Hi, hello, I'm Vinicius from Casal Partiu. Today our time in Istanbul and in Turkey has come to an end, so we are now going to Bulgaria. We are going to a city called Plovdiv. It's like the second largest city in Bulgaria. After that we'll go to Sofia. So we decided to take a bus this time. It's kind of cheap. It's around 60 lira, and not expensive at all. And this bus is quite good. It has Wi-Fi, it has someone inside serving you water, tea and cake and stuff. So it doesn't have a toilet inside, so it stops from time to time. So we just stop it now to go to the toilet. Now we're coming back and we'll go to Bulgaria and soon we'll be there. This first part of the trip is in Turkey, and in Turkey the conditions of the roads in general tend to be quite good, at least in our experience. The place that we've traveled on the road, and it has always been quite good. And most of the time also we would see roads with at least 2 lanes. I mean, from Istanbul to Edirne actually it would be sometimes 4, 3 lanes, but at least 2 lanes all the way until Edirne. In Bulgaria, the roads are not as good as in Turkey, so Turkey is quite better developed in this part as far as we could see so far. And this is something that will be clear in the video also in just a few moments. Here is at the border. This is Edirne, a city in the Turkish side, and we will do our procedures here. And from now on, what you will see on the video is actually in the Bulgarian side.
All right, so Pati and I, we just arrived here in Bulgaria. Actually, we are now in Plovdiv. Plovdiv is the second largest city in Bulgaria, and it's our first stop in here. So let me just share a few things that happened as we came here by bus. We arrived at the frontier, in the border city called Edirne. And in this city, there is a few things that happen there. Like the first thing is that you go through the Turkish immigration. So you have those booths where the bus will stop and everybody will get out of the bus, and then they will queue at the booth, and the guy will collect the passports of everybody, and we will just like walk a little bit further down, and a little bit later the bus comes and picks us up. So during this time, the guy will stamp our passports, saying that we are exiting, leaving Turkey. And then later there is this lady that is normally in the bus serving tea, water, this kind of thing. So she brings the passports back to us in the bus, and she distributes it to us again. So that's the first step. After that, the bus moves on a little bit further down, like 50 meters down. There is this place, which looks kind of like a mall, and it's actually the duty-free shop. So it's kind of big. And then there is also another area outside of the duty-free where people go to have lunch and this kind of stuff. So when the lady in the bus, she is always giving instructions to the passengers, but she's not speaking English. So she's speaking, I don't know if it's Turkish, I don't know if it's Bulgarian, but we couldn't understand. So she explained some things when the bus stopped at the duty-free. We couldn't understand, of course, but someone was leaving. Someone realized we were tourists, and he tried to explain what we were supposed to do. And then it was kind of funny because Pati understood that we should have lunch. Well, she's been studying Turkish lately, so many times she understands things that I have no clue. So, well, I just accepted it. Okay, so let's have lunch. It was about lunchtime anyway. So we went inside of the place. We completely ignored the duty-free. We went to the restaurant inside. Then we picked up a few things to eat. But we were a bit in doubt, so just in case, we decided to eat quite fast as we could, so that we could come out and be sure that the bus would still be there. So this was actually good, because when we went away, the bus was actually waiting, but not only for us, but also for other people, and it was kind of late already. So we could have lost the bus. In fact, there were those two ladies from some Eastern country, I don't know if it's China or Japan or something. They actually didn't come back, and then everybody was trying to locate them inside of the mall, but they could not find them. So after a while, after so many times trying to do that, they just gave up, and the bus moved on. So the next step is the actual immigration for the Bulgarian part. So the bus stops again in front of a booth. Everybody gets out, everybody queues at the booth. And then we give our passport, and then the guy eventually makes some questions to each passenger. In our case, Patu went first, and then he asked her where she was going to. She was saying, yeah, I'm going to Plovdiv for tourism. He said, okay, stamped her passport, come to me, and then he said, okay, are you traveling with her? Yes, so he stamped my passport. And then we move on a little bit further down, and then again, the bus comes and picks us up, and that's over. I mean, that's the part of the frontier. It was very straightforward, no problem at all. And after that, we came to Plovdiv. It's kind of fast, actually, about less than 2 hours, I guess. And what was interesting is that it has been snowing around here, I believe, for a while. So everything was covered. It was white. And the buildings in the village that we've been passing by, the villages, I felt that the buildings were generally kind of gray in general. So it's a very different, I don't know, different scenario from what we've been seeing in Turkey. Now here it seems to be a little bit more gray in general. And even here in Plovdiv also, the first impression is that the buildings are a bit more gray. We still don't know because we just arrived, so we still have to explore the city. So we arrived here in this new apartment that we rented on Airbnb, temporary apartment, as we do quite often. It's a very good apartment, actually, and there are just a few, a small curiosity is that We take a cab here, and then the cab arrived at the place. There was this gentleman waiting downstairs, and then the taxi driver asked him something, and he did like this. So what did the taxi driver probably was asking him, are you waiting for them? And he was answering yes. And the thing is, here in Bulgaria, when you want to say yes, you do like this. If you want to say no, you do like this. So it can be quite confusing. I've read about this before, so I could understand. But anyway, it's just a curiosity about the culture here. And so this is a nice apartment, but we'll record it so that you can take a look. This is the kind of apartment that we take when we try to rent when we are traveling. It's a very good one, has everything we need. It's actually cheaper than a hotel, way cheaper. It's a very good one. So that's it. We're just arriving here in Bulgaria. So see you later.